And we're live, I think.
We are live.
It always takes a while. We already got somebody in here. The View with Drew. What's up?
Ooh,
Ooh.
the man.
the man, the new man, the first one in there. But anyway, I mean, this is just a random hangout, not Q&A, but you could say Q&A. We'll answer stuff from the chat, or I will be watching the chat. Chris will not be for
I'm not looking at the chat.
spoiler reasons,
Yeah.
obviously, because
Yeah.
No Way Home, the reviews, embargo, everything's coming out today, so that's scary. I saw somebody post on Twitter about how like all the stuff they had blocked, because you can block keywords on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it just had all the cast members, everything like that. And I was like, that's probably a smart move.
Absolutely.
And Jason is here already as well. Jason and Alex Lopez.
Ooh.
Very nice. What's up, people? Ask us questions, anything like that we'll talk about. But what have you watched recently, Chris, like in the past week?
I've been rewatching every Spider-Man movie. So like starting with the Raimi trilogy, going into TASM, and now the Tom Holland movies. And my ranking might have changed a little bit, actually. I'm going to re-rank the movies with No Way Home. I really don't think there's a bad live-action Spider-Man movie. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I don't think there's a really bad one. Like, even the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I think I'm overall positive on for the most parts. And I love a lot of the Raimi movies. Like, even I have a lot of love for Spider-Man 3.
Me too. That's the thing. I don't really, I mean, it's been so long since I've seen the Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't remember loving them. So that's one part where we differ. But the Raimi ones are amazing. The first two are still my two favorite, and then 3 is so good, so good. Also, Fritzky is here with a little donation. Thank you for stopping by.
Very nice.
Means a lot. And I also learned that one of my current favorite songs, the song "Bother" by Stone Sour, is on the Spider-Man 3 soundtrack.
Ooh, that's very nice.
I was like, if you watch the video for it, you see the lead singer Corey Taylor, who's also the lead singer for Slipknot. He has a Spider-Man ring on. It's like a quite nice ring, and it's kind of ironic because 5 years after the song was released, it was in a movie. So it's cool. It's a cool video. Watch. I'll put Jason's thing up here. Watched West Side Story on Saturday. Theater was packed. You've watched it, right?
I did, yeah. My theater was not that packed. I went on like the Thursday night showing, the first showing they had, and it wasn't that packed. Surprising, there was like maybe 10 to 15 people in a massive theater. Yeah, so kind of a letdown.
I have been dying to see it, but the theater where I live isn't showing it because whatever, it's stupid. So I kind of gotta wait for that. I hopefully will be able to see it in theaters because I wasn't able to watch In the Heights in theaters, and I still haven't seen it.
I forgot you haven't seen it yet, right?
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it probably by the weekend.
You have access to it, right, on HBO or no?
It's on Crave.
Oh, okay.
That can be HBO Max. Some of the things like Snyder Cut and stuff. So I will watch it because I know I'm gonna love it. It's one of those things that I know I'm gonna love. So it's just like, when can I watch this 2.5 hour or however long it is? It's a musical, so it's quite long, I assume.
It's about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so that one I just gotta wait to watch, but I'm very excited for that one, and I think the West Side Story is gonna get a lot of Oscar stuff, even though I haven't seen it.
It probably is. I think Steven Spielberg is gonna get nominated. I don't know if he'll win. I don't know who the front runner for director is this year, but he's gonna get nominated.
No, I hope that Krasinski gets a nomination for director, like
for Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome. For a second, I went, shit, did he direct that? And I was like, yes, he did.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that movie before the end of the year. I probably won't get around to it, but I haven't seen it since theaters, and I want to rewatch some of those early of the year movies for like placement in the top 10.
I got to rewatch Suicide Squad, Quiet Place 2, maybe Free Guy. I do want to watch it again. I just don't know if I need to watch it before the end of the year. So there's a lot that I'm like, I need to watch. And then I have probably like 7 or 8 movies on Apple TV Plus that I need to watch.
Yeah.
And apparently we have that. Like, my parents have been watching Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a parent thing. And they're like, I was like, oh, we have it. So I went onto it. I was like, there's this. There's Cherry. There's that. Is it Finch? I know you watch it.
Finch.
Tom Hanks one.
It's pretty solid, honestly.
Good. Okay, good. I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna waste it. That Billie Eilish documentary I want to
Mhm.
watch, and there's a lot more. There's so
Yeah.
many on there. So there's that. I think I've seen everything on Netflix that I want to watch. I started oh yeah, Coda. That's another one. Luke said
Oh yeah, I have to watch
Coda.
that. I have to watch that.
That's another one
Mhm.
on there. And I started watching You today, the Netflix show.
Yes, I love that show, dude.
You
That's one of
do?
my favorite shows on. I've seen all 3 seasons, and I've seen the first 2 seasons multiple times. That's how much I like
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I started watching it with my lady friend today, and we just watched the first episode, and it
Yeah.
was it was creepy. It was good.
It hooks you at the end, dude, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. That one's easy to binge through. I knocked through the first season and like I think I started it at like 8 p.m. Eastern one like at night, and I watched it till like 2 a.m. and then I only had like 1 or 2 episodes to watch, and then I watched season 2 when it came
Really?
out. Yeah, and then I rewatched it leading up to this new season.
Is the like what is the ranking of the seasons for you?
That's
If you know.
tough. That's tough. I think I can't really do it off the top of my head, but I really like them all almost equally, I'd say. Like
Okay.
they continue to get more crazy as they go on. That's all I'll say.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of wondering because it starts off and this is a spoiler for the first episode for those who haven't seen, but he's like following this girl
Mm.
and stuff. And I'm wondering, I mean, obviously you know, but I'm wondering if he will keep going with her or like I know that whatever her name is from all the Mike Flanagan shows, like Hill
Oh
House and
yeah,
Bly Manor,
Victoria
Victoria
Pedretti.
Pedretti or whatever her
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is,
yeah.
she's in the second or third season. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to see her. Also, Jason coming in here with the super chat, $20.
The
Seeing
man.
seeing Spider-Man No Way Home on Thursday. Can't wait for it. Might have to watch it more than once. Oh yeah, because I will probably. I don't normally see movies multiple times in theaters, but I'm
Mhm.
seeing that one Thursday.
Yes.
So excited! Oh my god, I was glad because tickets here in Canada were a lot different from the States because I got mine like the same day, but it was at like 8 p.m. I didn't have to wait till 3 a.m. my time to get it.
Mhm.
Like our time. I didn't have to wait that long. I could get it at 8 p.m. and then it was still just as good.
Yeah, when I went to get mine, I stayed up till midnight. Had Fandango and the AMC Stubs A-List app open, and I got in like a queue, like a waiting line for the tickets on AMC, and it said it would be 20 minutes. And once I was in, I had my tickets. I went to check out, and it said something went wrong. The website crashed, and so I didn't get them that night. I tried. I just woke up the next morning at a normal hour, and I was able to get them. So it was fine. It
Nice,
ended up being all
nice.
right. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. I know that when I first just went to look at it, it was before I think it was Land so for us we have Cineplex and Landmark. Those are like the two big ones. Landmarks was crashing before you could even buy the tickets.
Damn.
You couldn't even go on to click on Spider-Man No Way Home. It would crash.
That's insane.
So I thought that was funny. Alex said, "Have you seen the Golden Globe nominations? Have you?"
I have not. I actually don't really care for the Golden Globes that much. So
Yeah.
that's why and I haven't been on social media all day today. So I saw they dropped the Fantastic Beast trailer. I didn't watch that.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, the third movie that again, I haven't seen any of those movies, but yeah, I haven't seen the nominations.
First one is pretty solid. Second one sucks
I heard it
so
was
much.
trash.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's the only Harry Potter movie that I've seen once. So bad. So bad. Johnny Depp, great. Everything else, terrible.
I've heard
Like,
it's brutal.
it is, yeah. I haven't seen the Golden Globe nomination. I didn't even know they came out.
Yeah.
I've been on social media very little today. I
Mhm.
like went on just to posted my story, and I have like a few people that like I know I can scroll through your story, Jaren, Sasha, Josh, like Jack. Like there's a few people that I know, Brandon, like these people I can scroll through their stories and it's
Yeah.
totally okay. They won't post spoilers, but
Yeah.
only a select few
Mhm.
people. So I'm being very careful
Yeah.
about that.
If I'm being honest with you, my friend, I am logged off Twitter. I am logged off of the Film Stock TikTok. I turned off notifications for YouTube. I am muted everyone, even people I love on YouTube or on Instagram that I know are seeing the movie early. I had to mute them because I already have YouTube videos scheduled all week. I'm still going to post them, and I'm just going to post on my Instagram story and get off the app. Like I've gone dark. I've gone dark, and it feels good. It feels good. It's like when Spidey gets the black suit. This is something else.
Something else.
I'm not even looking at the chat. I just see a blank white screen. So I appreciate you guys if you're in here.
Yeah. The View with Drew asked, "What are your top 5 action movies?" You go first, or let's say 5 of them.
5. Okay. Honestly, Die Hard. It's an action movie, and it's a damn good one.
Yep.
I have to rewatch it still. I haven't watched it this holiday season yet, so I got to watch
Same.
that. So Die Hard. I'll go Mission Impossible Fallout, the 6th one.
Nice.
I'll go. Honestly, Point Break is a fire.
Yeah.
The original. That's up there. Those are 3, and then it kind of gets hard for me after that. I'll have to think of a few while you go.
I'd say my dad just opened the door. I'd say Die Hard, Terminator 2. Those are like the solid ones. Saving Private Ryan is a war movie, but it's technically action. I won't really count it.
No, yeah.
Let me look at I mean, The Dark Knight, it's like comic book. And
yeah,
stuff.
like Raiders of the Lost Ark's more of an adventure movie to me, so I don't really count it as action.
I'm trying to think of like straight up.
Yeah.
Like Terminator 2 is like sci-fi, but still, let's see. And like the Star Wars ones don't count, but
I guess like John Wick's action, but it's not one of my top 5.
Yeah, and like The Matrix, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Aliens is an action movie.
Yes.
The second, that one's damn good.
Where is it? Is it on this side? It's always.
Oh yeah. You have the little poster.
Yeah, Aliens is better than Alien, and that's my opinion. I like.
I don't know. I love them both. I love them both.
It's like 24 and 25 on my top. I haven't seen them in like 3 years, but like those two, they're right beside each other on my favorites.
I guess like the MCU's action, but I don't really. When I think of those movies, I don't think of the action. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
The one that I actually think of the action in is Shang-Chi.
Yes. Oh my god. And my one friend is kind of watching through the MCU. He hasn't seen a lot of them, but he had seen like Guardians of the Galaxy and like Endgame and stuff before. So he's going through them, and I just kept going, watch Shang-Chi. Watch Shang-Chi. It is so good. It is it was amazing. Like he finally watched Black Widow. Yeah. And Shang-Chi, so far it's the best one. Let's talk about this. What is your ranking of like 3 MCU movies that have come out so far? 3? What?
I like them all. I'm actually positive on all of them. My least favorite is Eternals, but it's not bad. I think I have like a 3.5 out of 5 for Eternals. I've seen it 2 times, and I do enjoy the movie. It's a little too. It tries to do too much. It's very overloaded and like super grand for some reason. I don't know why, but I still like it. It's my least favorite. Then I'd go Black Widow, which I have a very fun time with. I've seen it 3 times, and then Shang-Chi, which I've seen 3 times as well.
Nice. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not as high on Eternals, but I like it. I give it like a 3 out of 5, I think. But I'm not gonna go out and buy it right away. Like I bought Shang-Chi, and I haven't bought Black Widow yet, but I haven't
bought either of them, which is crazy. But it's because they're on the IMAX Enhanced on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
For me, so like I can watch it. It's like takes up the full screen. It looks super nice.
Yeah, I need to watch Black Widow again and Shang-Chi again. My friend who's watching through it, he just watched Black Widow 3 days ago, and he's like, I really like that because people who have not seen the MCU shows, be careful. But all I said to him was, before you watch Hawkeye, watch Black Widow. That's all I said to him. I was like, I'm not telling you more. I'm not telling you anything. And then my other friend who was watching Hawkeye, we were in class, we were finished, we had like an hour left. It was photography, so whatever. And he's like, I haven't seen episode 4. And I go, have you seen Black Widow? He goes, yep. I'm like, go ahead then. Yeah, that last episode was.
I've thought about it more and more. I do think it's the best, and not the best, maybe my favorite of the Disney Plus Marvel episodes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because I thought about it, and what if you can kind of scratch. Like I like it, but it doesn't hold a candle to the live action shows. WandaVision, for a moment, I would have said episode 5, but seeing the final product of WandaVision, it was fine. I don't hate WandaVision; it's just not my thing. Yeah. Loki's regressed for me. Like
really?
Yeah, it has. Like I've thought about it, and I'm like, at this moment, I'm kind of looking back, and it's kind of soured the experience of Loki. I can't really pinpoint why. And then I do like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, of course. But this episode of Hawkeye, it had everything. I mean, it made me sympathize with Clint to a level I hadn't. The relationship between him and Kate is that it just continues to grow, and Kate as a character is developing. but they're bringing in a lot of things from the current phase of the MCU, which we have not seen this phase do yet, and it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what my favorite episodes specifically are. Like if I looked at them, then I could. That one's up there. I mean, it's so hard to rank the Hawkeye episodes. I've really liked them all.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried for the last two episodes. I hope they're longer than 37 minutes or whatever these ones have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I have faith they can do it. Plus, Kate Bishop is the most realistic young adult, whatever. You know, she's an adult, but young adult, like person in the MCU. She is awesome. I love Haley Steinfeld, so seeing her there, and I've always liked Hawkeye. I've never really understood the hate, but he is like the weakest of the Avengers. This show though is really making me love him. Like that one scene, for those who haven't seen it, it's the phone call scene in episode 3, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
That was sad as fuck.
Absolutely.
That was so sad. Oh, let's talk about this thing real quickly. The new woke superheroes are losers. Who?
Yeah, who is that? Who does that entail?
I want to know who they're talking about because I don't know. Up here, which action movie hero do you like more, the Terminator or Neo? What would you say?
I'd say Neo. I don't really care for the Terminator movies too much. I don't think they're bad movies. It's just I've seen the first 2 and I'm good. Like they're fine movies. Yeah,
that's all you need to see.
Yeah, I mean
3. When I was younger, I was obsessed with Arnold. I've talked about this a lot. And I don't respond to that in a minute. So 2 was my favorite movie of all time for a while, and it still is one of mine. The first one is also amazing. 3 is fine. 4 sucks. I really hate 4. 5 also sucks. And I still haven't seen Salvation. So nope. What is it? Dark Fate.
Genesis? I don't know. Oh, Dark Fate, yeah.
Dark Fate. That's the one. Salvation is the 4th. Genesis is the 5th. Okay, they said the gay, where is it? Gay Superman. It's like that. Isn't that like his son or some other universe?
Yeah,
Superman?
I think so. And in like the comics, I want to say, or something, or they're doing a new comic line or something like that. But
and it was one of the Robins was bisexual, and people were losing their minds.
Okay.
Shut up, shut up. That's not woke. Calm down. This question, I haven't even read it. Who do you think is a worse superhero casting choice for me? George Clooney as Batman is bad. He makes Ben Affleck as Daredevil and Nick Cage as Ghost Rider look like Hugh Jackman Wolverine and RDJ Iron Man. Who do you think is the worst?
I think that the worst. That's the worst. I gotta think about this. I do not like the casting of Dane DeHaan as Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but I don't think it's the worst. I think it's poor.
It's just because his character also sucks.
Yeah, garbage. I haven't seen Fant4stic, but just based on the posters, I feel like there was a lot of miscasting in that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either somehow. I couldn't even say George Clooney. It's part of the reason that is so bad is because of the writing, but yeah, even he hates the movie. They all do it. It's so bad, but it's so funny. I've seen it so many times because I love it because it's horrible.
I'm really looking forward to rewatching all of the Batman movies before the Batman.
The greatest character of all time, in my opinion. So we'll watch them all. Yeah. I know that's high, but he's my favorite. And we're talking about like movies that are so bad. I love them. I watched Jingle All the Way again yesterday. Have you seen it?
I watched it for the first time on the 100 Movies project I did last year, and I didn't really care for it, but it was fine, I guess.
It is. It's bad. It is so bad.
It's really bad.
It's so bad, but I love it so much because I laugh my ass off while watching the entire thing. It's turbo time, like
cheesy as hell. Yeah.
And one of the effects near the end with Arnold, like when he flies up to the sky as Turbo Man and then falls down, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. And some of the shots of the neighbor Ted, there's one shot where he hugs Arnold's wife and like his eyes like roll into his head. I burst out laughing. Me and my girlfriend, that was the first movie I showed her, and I was like, we were looking at Christmas movies, and I was like, have you seen Jingle All the Way? She's like, no. I'm like, you're gonna watch this.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I'll ever watch it again, but I get why people like it because it's so fun to make fun of.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. I've watched it every year since 2018 or 19 for sure. And it's like I have to. It's one of those because it's just so much fun and it's short too.
Isn't like an hour 20 or like an hour 25?
I think like with credits an hour 30, so I bet like
Oh,
an
okay,
hour. I bet like hour 25-ish.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's a long episode of Game of Thrones.
Or like the final episode of season 3 of Stranger Things, which was
Mhm.
even longer than
Yeah.
that. What is this? Who do you think is worse as the Hulk, Eric Bane or Edward Norton? Well, considering I don't hate Edward Norton, I like him enough from what I
Mhm.
remember. I'm gonna say Eric Bane. Isn't it
Eric Bana, yeah.
Bana? I was like,
Yeah. I think he's
I
probably
haven't.
worse, and I haven't
Yeah.
even seen that
I
movie.
haven't seen it either,
Yeah.
but I like Edward Norton as it. Maybe that's just because I like Edward Norton,
Mhm.
but that's one of those things. Let me look up in the chat to see. This is a fun question. If you could meet a Marvel superhero and be friends, who would it be? I think my answer is a little basic, but Spider-Man. I mean,
Spidey, yeah.
yeah. I mean, look, he's so nice. He's so cool. I love
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
I would have said Tony Stark, but I want to be different, so I'm gonna say Kate Bishop. I feel like we would get along well.
Yeah. Because you're basically
she-
dating her.
I was about to say she reminds me of someone I know, my girlfriend a little bit. Yeah, I think that we'd get along pretty well.
Yeah.
And I could also hang out with the pizza dog, so I can't complain there.
Lucky. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The goat. By the way, this is super random. Did you see that clip of Jonah Hill referring to Meryl Streep as like the goat? And then they were on their press junket for Don't Look Up, and he kept calling her the goat. And Meryl Streep goes, I wonder why you keep calling me goat? Like, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, but like, I'm just wondering. And then Jennifer Lawrence was like, Meryl, it means greatest of all time. And she was so confused. And then it was just funny. You should look it up. There was a little video of it on like TikTok.
I will. I need. Oh my god, that doesn't surprise me. That's such like a old person thing where you have to explain it. We got a bunch of questions. What do you think of Nolan's cast ensemble Oppenheimer? It's great. It's like it builds and builds and builds. I forget who was just added to it, but
Florence Pugh,
Florence Pugh.
Other people, Cillian Murphy, I think he's already. Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be Emily Blunt.
I think, yeah, Emily Blunt. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
RDJ, Matt Damon. I think it's honestly the best cast over Dune and over Don't Look Up in recent years because it has mega hitters. Like for Dune, a lot of those people, us film fans, like know, but the mainstream doesn't know who they are as much. And the same thing. I mean, obviously everyone knows who Leo and Jennifer Lawrence and Meryl Streep are, but Matt Damon, I'm pretty sure most people know who that is. RDJ is Iron Man. And then Emily Blunt is a megastar. She was Mary Poppins. She's in A Quiet Place. And Florence Pugh's on the come up. Cillian Murphy, people know who he is. So, like, it's just, I think it could be the best cast of all time.
Yeah, it's like Cillian Murphy was in Peaky Blinders. Most people know, no fucking fighting. No fighting. And people know that whether they realize it or not. Someone just texted me, when are you going live? I'm like, now. Do you think we'll get a special episode of Hawkeye that's from the view of Pizza Dog? No, but that would be awesome.
That'd be sick, yeah. I doubt it, but that would be awesome.
Imagine if they wrap everything up in the next episode and then the last episode is 20 minutes of the dog just running around.
Yeah, that would be and it's like animated for some reason too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What if?
Yeah, I looked up Oppenheimer while we were looking that up. Rami Malek is also in it, and Benny Safdie. That's a fantastic cast.
Yes. Oh, Rami Malek is so awesome. Yeah. I love Rami Malek. He was so great in No Time to Die. Even though he wasn't in it as much as you would expect, he was great. I always liked Hawkeye as a character. I never understood the hate towards him. Yeah. Which MCU villain do you like more, Yellow Jacket or Ultron? For me, Yellow Jacket. He at least felt like a presence to fear, and he didn't make unfunny jokes like Ultron did. What do you think?
I don't hate either of them, but I like Ultron more. I think Ultron is probably the most overhated / underrated MCU villain, just because James Spader's voice acting is so great. But he's also menacing, in my opinion. People say he's not, but I do think he's menacing. Like, I remember the teaser trailer, there are no strings on me, like that. He just looked really eerie. Yep. So I think he's a slept-on MCU villain. I'd go
Yeah.
Ultron.
I honestly agree, just because Ultron sticks with me more.
Mhm.
I don't hate either of them. I like Ultron quite a bit. And one positive I will give What If is that Ultron stuff was cool. As much as I
Yes.
like, the more I think about the show, I want to say I don't like it, but it was fine.
It was
Ultron's stuff was good. Yeah.
it was borderline throwaway.
If I never saw it, I would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
If I knew I had watched it and they went, "How we
Mhm.
erase your memory," I'd go, "Oh well."
Yeah.
But with
Oh,
the other
well.
shows, I'd be like, "Damn it!"
Exactly. Yeah.
And hot take from me: Abomination and Ronan.
I think Aldrich Killian is a terrible villain, personally.
Which one is?
That's Iron Man 3. It's Guy Pearce.
Oh, yes. See, well, that says enough right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ronan is not great, but he's better than people give him credit for, I think.
He's just like he basically when he's sorry, I can't speak right now.
Me
he's
neither.
he's the villain of Guardians, which is basically a placeholder for Thanos because they didn't want to make him the villain. Like they couldn't make Thanos the villain that early, but he should have been the villain, if that makes sense, because they both have kind of the same goal, getting the Power Stone. So
I agree.
He's a pawn for Thanos.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like Ronan's there. Maybe it's because I've seen Guardians a lot, but I remember him. He has good scenes. Overall, is he amazing? No, he's not top tier, but he's better than the other one I didn't even remember.
Yeah, exactly. And Abomination, I think, will be more developed in She-Hulk. I think he's going to be in She-Hulk. So, yeah.
So my friend texted me, "I think your camera has a smudge." It's my laptop computer. That's why. That's because it's terrible. I can't use my actual camera, which is a little annoying. But as long as my audio is good, I find that's all right. Which MCU? We got lots of MCU character.
Very nice.
MCU character do you like more, Simu Liu as Shang-Chi or Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther?
That's tough. I think I don't think Chadwick Boseman can be replaced, really. But I don't think that Simu can either. I think they're both phenomenal. That's my answer. I can't really pick one.
Yeah, like obviously, I think most people would pick Black Panther because we've seen more of him. But when I really think about it in their own movies, like, I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough one.
I misread the question. I thought it said which actor was like better in the role, but better character. I think Black Panther, but Shang-Chi in time might pass Black Panther.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I think of like their first movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we've had Civil War, Black Panther, Infinity War, Endgame for him, and we've had Shang-Chi. So I feel like it's kind of default. You have more, and it's been very good in all of them. So character-wise, Black Panther by default. Actor, I couldn't tell you. I love them both. When I was scrolling through Netflix today, I saw Simu Liu on the cover of Kim's Convenience, which I haven't seen, but I saw it again. I was like, I have to watch Shang-Chi again. Damn.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him because they're making another Shang-Chi finally.
Yes.
It excites me.
Same director. It took so long to get greenlit. Everybody loved it, so I don't know why,
and it made good money. So it took a while, but I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm glad same director, same people. As long as Hotel California's in it.
Any Eagles song, I'll be happy.
That's fair. If we see one of the characters come in and shred the guitar solo for Hotel California.
Yes.
Oh my God. That'd be good. Be good.
Cinema.
Instant top MCU thing. I'm just gonna scroll through this again because there's probably a lot that I missed. Keep getting Instagram notifications, but it won't show me what it is. Okay. Lots of people saying hi to each other. That's awesome.
I love that.
There's a lot of highs. What's this one say? Shit. Today I rewatched Home Alone and for the first time watched A Christmas Story. Home Alone, as always, was an amazing Christmas story. Man, you want to talk about your Christmas story thing?
I think it's been a year since the video almost. Home Alone is the best Christmas movie of all time. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and that's a fact in my opinion.
We talked about it. Check that out.
We did. That was about a year ago too. It's crazy how time
Yes.
flies.
Wow.
I think I was wearing this shirt actually, and I had a clean shaven face, like a little boy.
You
or
did.
something.
You did. You look like a little child.
I definitely. I'm never shaving my face again.
I'll find that video now.
A Christmas Story is terrible. I don't like it at all, and I have a video about it on my channel. I think it's wildly overrated, unfunny, borderline miserable to sit through actually. And I flamed it in a video, and everyone called me like a communist, and you hate everything. And I was just like, it's just my opinion on the movie. Someone called me like a commie bastard. I'm pretty sure. You know what that reminds me of? Like Papa Nichols from Drake and Josh when he's like, USA, USA, USA. It's like, all right, I have an opinion on a movie. It was funny.
Oh, this was a year ago today. What the hell?
It was a year ago today when we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to see? Everybody can see. Oh wait, I'll turn it the other way. Little clean shaven Chris.
Yeah, look at that side by side. I look like a different person almost.
You're wearing the same shirt though.
I know. That's why I remembered. Yeah, I don't know how I remembered, but
then I have short hair with glasses.
Oh yeah, you look significantly different with the short hair.
I hope that's good. That's so weird that's a year ago. Yeah, we've talked about this whole commie situation with the Christmas Story so many times, and it's so funny. I've seen it. I'll get this off the screen. I've seen it once back in 2018. It was fine. I might watch it again this year just to think, but it's not one of my favorites. It's iconic, yeah. Are there scenes that are cool? Yeah. As a whole, there's probably a reason I haven't seen it in 3 years.
Yeah.
If that. But Home Alone is one of the best ever.
Oh yeah.
So good. If I don't watch it, then I'll be miserable till the next Christmas, but that will never happen. Yeah. Tyron just asked, how are you guys doing? Chris, I can relate on the SpiderMan tickets because I went through the same thing. You and you're so lucky.
Yeah, I know that. Sorry, I think I might have lagged a little. I'm not sure.
That's okay.
You got lucky, man. You got lucky.
I did. I got lucky because I was able to wait because I wasn't able to have time before. But it's there aren't when it comes to movies, there are almost no benefits about being Canadian. This is one of them. The tickets and people not going crazy. And how are we doing? I am doing a lot better than a few days ago. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. As I know this is arbitrary, but I'm doing well. I had a productive day. For anyone wondering, it was a productive day, and I'm off the grid on social media pretty much. So YouTube vids all week, but that's it.
Yeah, nice. What are do you want to say what the other ones are or not?
Yeah, I have the Kingsman review. I got to see that early. Hawkeye episode 5 spoiler review and watch party. I'll be hosting a watch party with either every word in the dictionary muted in the chat or just the chat off. And then Thursday night, I'll have my No Way Home non-spoiler review or just a quick reaction out of the theater. And then I'll have my spoiler review, Spider-Man ranking, MCU ranking, all that stuff.
Can you post a 5-second video or 10-second video on YouTube of you taking Soups' sound? Let's go! And just post that on YouTube as your first reaction.
I might need to. It's funny you mentioned Soups. I blocked his phone number. I told him I have we were talking yesterday, and I was like, I'm going to ghost you until I see the movie. I don't know. I hope he thought I was being serious because I blocked his number. I'm not talking to him. I don't want to know anything. I'm not even looking for the Rotten Tomato score. I'm going hardcore on this. I don't want to know a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
I love everyone who's seeing it early, and I legitimately have them muted. Very nice. Yeah. We got a big fan. Is that straight out of the Magic School Bus?
It's a bunch of my friends in real life, and they always do this. That joke started in grade 7. Bernice Frizzle and his basement children, and has just gone from there.
Yeah. Sweet.
You can actually see one of our short films that we made in class this year on their channel. It's edited by one of them. We all had different edits. You won't see me in it. Actually, you might see me in the background of one of them because I was doing the audio, and I think I got in the way of one of the shots. But it's a pretty funny one. One of my good friends drew as his dad's son. Ewan, thanks for recommending A Ghost Story. Such an interesting film. What did I related that to something? I think it was. I think I talked about it in my Male Fantasy music video reaction because it reminded me of that. The way, have you seen A Ghost Story?
No, but I did a collab with Nathan Jones recently, and he had mentioned it as one of the better movies of the last decade. So.
Yeah, you'll either love it, or I feel like you might think it's shit, just like apparently they do. It is insanely slow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I haven't seen it a bit, but there's like a 7-minute like pie eating scene where you just focus on Rooney Mara just eating a pie. It's very slow, but it's so atmospheric, and there's a lot of emotion in it. And when the ghost interactions happen, it's different than what you'd expect. It's good. It's A24. I think that's the video I mentioned it in, so I accidentally recommended it, but I'm glad you liked it. Top 3 Christmas movies after Home Alone. We were talking about that the other day. I'm having surgery later this week, and I'm going to be laid up recovering, so I'm looking for recommendations. Okay, Chris, you can go first.
Yeah, well, good luck. I hope the surgery goes smooth.
Yep.
Aside from Home Alone, I'll say Elf is up there. I think that's a Christmas classic.
Yep.
The original Santa Claus movie for sure is up there for me. And then I'll say, I won't say Home Alone 2, even though I love it. But if I had to pick another one aside from those, that's tough. I like It's a Wonderful Life, but I've only seen it once, so I'm not comfortable saying that. Die Hard. Die Hard. Yeah, there we go. Die Hard. I needed one, and I was like, that's actually the one. Die Hard.
Yeah, I was thinking it's a Christmas movie. I hope I didn't blow my mic out there. Die Hard. Yeah. Yeah. So I obviously I agree with those. I did watch Santa Claus for the first time last year. Love Actually. Oh my! Have you seen Love Actually?
I have not.
Watch it this year. You won't expect to like it. It's so good. I watched it 2 years ago. I watched it with my mom, and when you watch it, you'll see why there are some awkward scenes with Martin. What the hell is his name in The Hobbit? Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
he plays a blank star.
Oh.
So
yeah.
You can see. So there are some funny ass scenes with that, and the funniest scene in the movie is with Rowan, whatever or whatever his name is. He plays Mr. Bean.
Rowan Atkinson.
I knew something around there. And it's the scene where he's like wrapping a gift. I think it is so funny, but like Alan Rickman's in it. So many people. What's his name? He's like
Hugh Grant, right?
Hugh Grant, that's his name. He is so funny in that movie. But yeah, that one's the one when I watched it, I was like, I'll just watch it because it's classic. But I ended up loving it. I got to watch it again this year. I'm gonna go with.
I was gonna say I have a few more recommendations because we went with the very mainstream ones.
Yep.
This movie goes under the radar. I saw it in theaters in 2011. Arthur Christmas. It's an animated movie. James McAvoy is the voice of like one of the sons of Santa Claus. And it's about like the North Pole operation, and Santa Claus can't go out and deliver the toys. So there's this adventure that ensues. It's a pretty sweet movie, actually. I think I own it on Blu-ray now. And I know this movie gets hate. I think I might need to make, this is a different movie. I think I might need to make a video on why it's actually great. The Polar Express. Nostalgia. Cam hates it. Everyone's like, oh, that movie sucks. Nostalgia's real. I might rewatch it and make a video on it. We'll see though. We'll see.
I haven't seen that one in years. I was one of those that didn't love it, but if I watched it, I probably appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've seen the preview for Arthur Christmas a million times. My phone is blowing up. I don't know.
Is it really?
Oh, my friend is saying The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. Yeah,
is that? I know Sasha on her live stream, she said it was more Halloween. I've seen half of it in class once, so it's in class. It doesn't really count.
I will agree with Sasha. I think it is more of a Halloween movie, but it's like you can watch it either on either time.
It looks like it, yeah. Arthur Christmas. I've seen the preview a million times. Never seen the movie actually.
It's a good movie.
Surprisingly,
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
that's good. And then I mean, I have to say, It's a Wonderful Life, not only for the sake of Nathan Hale, but just because it is a fantastic movie.
Yes.
I reviewed it last year. I bought this like special edition that came out this year, and it has the movie in black and white and in color and like a whole other thing. So I'm obviously gonna watch it in black and white, but I might try the color one year just to see what it's like. It'll look weird. It'll look like a pastel painting, but
yeah,
if it's black and white originally, then watch the black and white version. But yeah, that one's great. Lethal Weapon, the original.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
That
was one of my favorite like top 10 when I was younger. It was the last movie I watched before I became a teenager when I was 12.
Yeah.
The night of November 8th. I remember watching it going like, I need one really good movie. And I watched it and I loved it. So that one is great. It's not, you can watch it any time of year, but it does have some Christmas stuff in it. What else is there?
I'll say when it comes to classic Christmas specials, it's really hard to top the original Grinch, in my opinion. That little cartoon, and the same goes for like Rudolph and all that. Those are fun to watch. I can't recommend, I'm about to have a hot take here. I cannot recommend the Jim Carrey Grinch to anyone ever.
Yeah, I
get in trouble for that with my girlfriend.
I haven't watched it in years, but anytime it's been on, and I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't watch it. One thing, I don't know how the fuck I forgot this one. This is my favorite straight up Christmas movie. Not Die Hard. Do you know what it is? Have I told you what it is? It's from the 80s.
Not from the 80s.
Has Christmas in the title.
Is it a Christmas Carol? One of those versions of the Christmas Carol? Is it? It's not a Christmas Story, right? Is it a Christmas? I'm gonna just sit here and just waste everyone's time. I don't know. What
Two
is it?
words. Christmas.
Oh, is it Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
Christmas Vacation. Yeah.
I almost forgot about that. I was to be very mad at myself.
I like Christmas Vacation. I was late to the party. I feel like people who grew up with that one have more of a special place for it. Like the humor's the only really funny character is Cousin Eddie to me. Like he's just a dumbass, and that's why
Christmas shitter was full.
Yeah, like I have family who love that movie, so and friends as well.
Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember the first time I watched it. I think I reviewed it last year. It's probably not the best, but I watched it for the first time December 23rd, 2015. The reason I remember is because the next day I saw The Force Awakens, and when I watched it over at my friend's house, Logan, and my dad came over, he's like, "Oh, we should be watching Return of the Jedi, shouldn't we?" And then we sat down, and it's the first movie I remember not being able to control my laughter. If nothing funny was happening, I was still laughing from the thing that happened 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then I've watched it there was one year where I think 2018 where I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I didn't even mean to, but it just ended up happening. Oh my God, that movie just gets me every single time. Maybe it's partially nostalgia, but it is a great movie. We got a bunch of them. We also have this quick little thing.
Oh, okay.
Creative. I wonder who's missing one. Who do you think is the best casting of all time? Let me look around my room. Oh, I know.
I think it's probably Harrison Ford as either Indiana Jones or Han Solo.
Great. I guess for movies, yeah, maybe for TV shows, 2 answers, same show.
Break Bad.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
Because I looked over, I saw it, I went, there's no choice. You could say Al Pacino for a lot. Oh, I know my answer. Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. That's the best casting ever, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's my number one. I looked over.
But what about Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski?
Yes.
Or like there's so many you could say. That's a great one.
Like let me look up Lloyd Christmas, Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura. Jim Carrey in everything, but comedic casting, him probably as Ace Ventura. I know that was Dumb and Dumber. There's so many. But for me, if I have to pick one, I think I might go with Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump.
Fair.
That one. It's fantastic. Best A24 movie. Enemy is the worst without question. The reason I say that is because we had a debate in class for like 20 minutes over if Enemy. Have you seen Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I have seen Enemy. I've seen Enemy. Yeah.
Do you like it? Is it good or bad? That's all. That's
It's fine. It's not
okay.
bad. It's not good. It's fine.
Okay.
It's really hard to put into words.
It's whack as fuck.
I don't like how it almost feels like it thinks it's too big, like it's smarter than it is, in my opinion. Like I don't like I don't like the ending. I really don't.
The ending's a little weird, and the
Yeah.
stuff with the spiders, I think is cool. It's not my favorite. It's the only reason I said is because we had this argument. Because I watched it, I said it was really great. Because I really like it. I haven't seen it in years, but I really like it. And they were like, "This movie sucks. It's so bad." And I'm like,
That's fair. I think that's a fair take because it aligns with like The Lighthouse and his other movies that I think like they have these
I
deeper.
love The Lighthouse.
You do. I know you do. And there are these movies that are like, metaphorical and all these things, and you have to like really read into it. And sometimes I like those movies, and sometimes I don't. It depends on if I am really into the characters and plot, which I was with Nightmare Alley, which I think has a lot of those.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. So I really like Nightmare Alley, but like The Power of the Dog and like Enemy, not really crazy.
Yeah, it surprised me that they didn't like it because they love The Lighthouse. So that's why I was like, that's surprising.
Yeah.
I know you don't love it. It's my favorite movie 2019. It's fair. Good.
That's disrespectful to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, mainly.
That's my number 2.
Yeah,
okay.
Fair.
You're welcome for the recommendations. I mentioned You've Got Mail. Don't Yell at Me. I haven't seen it actually, but I've heard it's pretty good. I'll watch anything Tom Hanks is in. He's always been one of my favorites. We got this.
Here comes the sun.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I just got that steelbook for that came out. I know Stuckman reviewed it for Thanksgiving, and that one's great. John Candy, Canadian legend. How many of his movies have you seen?
That one, and Home Alone. I think that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Uncle Buck?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That one's good. There's some that I haven't seen since I was probably 12, but that one, what's it? The Great Outdoors. That one's pretty funny. Shit, there's another one with him that's pretty big. It's like Uncle Buck and this other one.
Yeah, is it with Dan Aykroyd, maybe? I think I might know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, that's the Blues Brothers. I haven't seen that, surprisingly. Spaceballs is great. You would love Spaceballs.
I've heard that I would.
Because it's a parody of Star Wars. It's awesome. What am I thinking of? Uncle Buck. Maybe it is Uncle Buck in the Great Outdoors. Spaceballs. I mean, he plays like basically the Chewbacca. So it's pretty good. Tom Hanks. It's just a very heartwarming human with a legendary filmography. You're right. You are 100% right on that one.
I think that Tom Hanks has not reached the heights of his earlier like 90s run in a long time, but he still has the charm. I never saw A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, so
I did, and I 1 second. I did, and I was not as big on it as everybody else. Tom Hanks was fantastic, which was great. Not one of his like absolute best, but probably best in years. The whole movie, though, from the perspective of the writer, and I remember I watched it in theaters, and in the theater beside was Ford v Ferrari, and I had just seen it, and I was like, that movie's so good. So I kept hearing, and I was like, I wish I was watching that instead again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you seen Who's Harry Crumb?
No,
I haven't. Did I just see that while scrolling through John Candy's? I might have. Jack is here. Let's go.
Jack, the man. How you doing?
The man. Let's see him here. I'll recreate his thing.
I think I did a pretty good
job. Which movie do you like more, Pineapple Express or Neighbors? Well, fun fact, I haven't seen Neighbors somehow, but Pineapple Express is amazing.
I'll go Pineapple Express, but I will say this about Pineapple Express. I don't like the third act. I think the movie falls off and loses its charm and its funniness, I guess, if that's a word, after like they go out in the woods and there's a really funny moment. And then when they come back, it kind of just falls off for me. It is hilarious in the first like 30 minutes, though. It's
oh my God.
Damn funny. And Danny McBride, my God, Red, I'm pretty sure is the name of his character in that, and he is so funny.
He is so funny, and
the house fight scene, dude.
Oh my God. And like I mean, Seth Rogen is great. James Franco, I don't know what I can and can't say about him because I know he's in some stuff right now, but in that movie, I remember him being pretty funny and good as a stoner. I again don't know how much I can say. Were you trying to think of Stripes or the John Candy thing? I wasn't, but Stripes is one of the funniest comedies of the 80s. Have you seen it with Bill Murray?
I haven't seen that one.
It's good. I feel like you would probably like it. Do you like Bill Murray stuff?
I do. Yeah, I like Bill Murray. I'm trying to think what my favorite thing from him is. Caddyshack, for sure. He's the best in Caddyshack.
You can't even talk, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure he got like actually hammered for that movie, and like
I
read that he showed up like drunk, and they just recorded him, and they like actually blew up a golf course they weren't supposed to. Like that movie is it's fucking awesome. Actually, I love it.
Unpopular opinion: I don't love Rodney Dangerfield, so he's the only thing about that movie I'm not a fan of. But Bill Murray gives one of my favorite comedic performances in that movie. He's so funny the whole time, or when he's trying to whack it. Just the faces he makes when he says the one line. I'm gonna do it without the voice, where he's like, "If I want to kill the gophers, I gotta think like them," and he like contorts his face.
Yeah.
That is great. Uncle Buck. Yeah, Armed and Dangerous. I've heard of. I haven't seen it. 21 Jump Street is one of the best modern comedies.
Yes.
That one and 22 are some of the best comedies ever, and that is facts.
I agree, actually. I really wish we got a 23. It's never going to happen, but it would have been awesome.
Didn't we get 23 to 40 something in the post?
Yeah, we did. We got a bunch of different possibilities there.
Yeah.
The one with Seth Rogen would be funny.
Oh my God, yeah. Those movies were my first ever comfort movies. I have seen them so many times that I can watch so much of it. And I mean, that I do slightly prefer one, but it's so hard for me to pick. That one though is great, and the whole thing with Johnny Depp and the original people coming from the show that shoot out and Jonah Hill jumps and just misses. That comedic pairing is perfect. Jason said Canadian bacon. I don't remember what we were talking about, but it's good. The sequel 22 Jump Street is even funnier. I
think the first one's a little.
I would say that, but there's a lot of things. I just want to read this before. Really, whether I should log off social. Okay, I can put this on. What's good? Hope you both are doing well. Really debating on whether or not I should log off social media for No Way Home spoilers, but I'm far too addicted to actually delete the apps. What should I do? You can turn off your notifications, or if you have like Twitter, just like keywords, silence them. I have to do that as soon as this is done. I'm just being very careful. I'm not going to go on it that much. I'm just going to go on like Snapchat. That's really it. And like TikTok maybe, but if there's anything Spider-Man, I apologize for
continuing. Oh no, you're good. I recommend really having the willpower to stay off them as much as you can, because you don't want to spoil the experience. I got spoiled for something massive in The Force Awakens.
Same.
And it really upset me. It was on Twitter, and since then I've taken precautions. Like before Endgame, I went dark that whole week. Like I logged out of Twitter, but I let people know. I logged out of TikTok. I let everyone know. I turned off notifications for YouTube, so I don't get those. And on Instagram, I muted pretty much everyone. And I'm only going to go on there to promote some videos. So it's like, really be cautious until you see the movie, because it will be so worth it if you get into that theater and the movie starts and you have not been spoiled. It'll be very gratifying. So that's my recommendation.
I'm so glad that I'm seeing it that Thursday instead of Friday, because just the thought of the worry of some fucker in there.
Oh my God. Yeah. The thing is, the movie releases in the UK on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you need to get off social media entirely. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not even. I'm gonna probably schedule a video. For the Wednesday. And like even on YouTube, I don't have it on my phone, so I don't have to worry about notifications. And most of the stuff in my recommended is not superhero related, because a lot of it is either movies or music. Like I have but most of mine is just guitar stuff, because that's mainly what I watch. I recently watched Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys movie biopic. It's one of my favorites. I heard about that recently. There was that one. There was a Bee Gees one as well. I might check that out someday. Probably not before the end of the year, because Lots of stuff's happening,
A
but
lot of stuff to watch. Yeah.
oh my god, the insane amount. I saw for the first time on Saturday Napoleon Dynamite, and I really like it. I haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite. Have you?
Interesting thing about this movie is I really had fun with it back when I watched it in like 2013 for the first time. And then like last year I tried to rewatch it and I was like, I don't want to watch this right now. It's a very dry humor movie and it is funny at times, but I don't know how rewatchable it is. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I do know a lot of the things from it. I obviously know the dance and there's some
yeah.
lines, and I know that it was the movie that introduced a lot of people to "We Are Going to Be Friends" by the White Stripes. So I appreciate it for that without seeing that, because for many people who know me know the White Stripes are one of the greatest things ever for me when it comes to bands. I have a wall over there you can see in some videos, and it has 10 pictures of the White Stripes, like in a certain way. This is a good question. Who's an actor you find overrated? They said Ryan Gosling, but he's not as good as Jackman, Neeson, DiCaprio, and Brad Pitt. Yeah, I would suggest watching some of the movies that he's more intense in, but if you've seen them, then yeah. But like watch Drive and stuff like that. Like that one's great.
Yeah. Overrated actor. That's a toughie.
It's a tough one. It's a good question, but it's a tough one. I'm just gonna look it up and see if I agree with any of them.
I'm thinking, and it's hard to answer. I think for a while, they're not overrated anymore, but Hollywood was trying to like force a few people down our throats as like leading men, notably Taylor Kitsch, who's like from Friday Night Lights. He's John Carter, and I just never got the hype. I thought he was a fine actor, not really, but he was overrated at the time by like producers. So I'll say that, even though it's kind of a cheating answer.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I'm trying to find some, and I can't. Like some of these are like ones that people don't even like. So I don't. The only one that I've seen on here that people love is Robert Pattinson. And that is because why the fuck is Machine Gun Kelly on here? He was in The Dirt.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't like Machine Gun Kelly, but he was good as Tommy Lee. Although Sebastian Stan will do a million times better.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited for that show.
Oh my god, it's
dude. I'm almost more excited for the Winning Time show by Adam McKay about the Los Angeles Lakers with like John C. Reilly. That looks so badass.
John C. Reilly is so good. I love John C. Reilly. Like in Magnolia, that's what really gets. I mean, why do they have some of these? Like, why do they have Miley Cyrus on here and Ashton Kutcher and Lindsay Lohan?
Weird.
And like, why are they
strange?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Nick Cage is on here. Oh my god. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's difficult. Sasha's here. That's awesome.
Sasha, what's good?
Best movie you've seen this week? Where did I watch?
Let me look.
Yep.
Let me check my letterbox.
I've missed like all of November. My letterbox. The last great movie I watched is probably Homecoming. I've seen it before, but all I've watched this week is Homecoming, Jingle All the Way, and the first episode of You. So Homecoming or Jingle All the Way? Do I love them the same? Close. What is better? Homecoming by a lot.
I'll say, let's see. I'll pick two movies. New releases. I've seen 4 in the last, or 5 to 4 to 5 in the last week, which is insane. My favorite of those probably at the moment is Nightmare Alley. That movie's grown on me since I watched it.
What are the other ones you watched that you
West Side Story, The Unforgivable, which was terrible. That's a Netflix movie with Sandra Bullock. And then I watched Being the Ricardos, which was fine. Yeah. And then The Kingsman as well. That review's coming tomorrow.
I was wondering, I was going to say, I saw in your letterbox you were watching the Kingsman movie, so I was like, oh wait, I totally forgot that movie was coming out. The first Kingsman, awesome. Second one,
watch your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I like the second one a lot. I have a ton of fun with it.
A lot of people do. Like Brandon loves it. Brandon loves it a lot. And there's somebody else, Elton John, in the movie.
Elton John, bro. He's awesome. And then I'm not going to spoil it, but damn, there's a moment in that movie that hits different.
Country roads,
take me home. The way he does it to the place. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
one is great. Last Night in Soho, Licorice Pizza, and West Side Story are Alex's favorites. I want to see Licorice
Great
Pizza.
picks.
I want to see Licorice Pizza so bad. I know you've seen it.
Mhm.
You're so lucky.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I have to see that before the end of the year because I will love it. You put a David Bowie song in a trailer for a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I'm there. I'm
Dude,
there.
I'm just gonna say I just want to watch Bradley Cooper's scenes from this movie. That's all I want. Like I'm gonna watch the movie again, but like Bradley Cooper is having himself a year. He is damn good in Nightmare Alley. He's
Oh
really
yeah.
fucking funny in Licorice Pizza. So
Good. And
yeah.
it's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son too.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
excited to see that. Let's see. Like, oh wait, Chris, I know Home Alone. Mine, Die Hard. If you don't count Die Hard, then Christmas Vacation. Claws. A lot of people have seen this and said they love it. I have not seen it though.
Hmm.
What movie crossover would you think would be cool? I feel like the whole kind of era of crossovers, if you exclude the MCU and stuff like that, that's kind of died down.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to answer that.
I mean, I'm not saying that this should happen, but it would have
But
been cool to see 23 Men in Black at one point in time. That was like the 23 Jump Street Men in Black. Take that
oh yeah,
idea, scratch the Men in Black part, 23 something. So like Pineapple Express, 23 Jump Street. This is the end. Like something with those
oh
group of people. Like
yes,
make it happen.
a
Like
cinematic
please,
universe.
yes, a cinematic universe of comedies.
That would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. Honestly, like if I could have a world like the one SNL sketch of all of Jim Carrey's characters in one,
Yeah,
I would go with that because he's my favorite
fair,
comedian and
fair.
stuff. Sasha says that it's really growing on her and that she said, I really like it. So that's great. I don't know what actually I know what probably the best new movie soundtrack would be. Or the best new movie I watched like last week. It was over the course of a few days in school.
Mhm.
Bowling for Columbine
Oh yeah, I've heard
documentary.
of it.
Great, so good. There are times where you're laughing your fucking ass off because they have some of the South Park guys in, like the two, and I know for sure they have the one. They interview them and they do like a history of the world. Like I suggest looking that up on YouTube, Chris. It is
Mhm.
so funny because they poke fun at everything. And as much as this person, I don't want to say anything good about them because they are a terrible human being, and they have ongoing assault allegations against them. There's a scene, it's like the biggest scene in the movie, Marilyn Manson. And they ask him, like Michael Moore, the director, and he's the one that leads it all. He's talking to him about Columbine and how Marilyn Manson is being blamed for all this because of his music, and people are like protesting him. He's like, it's not me that they're uh, they're mad at. It's because you didn't listen to them. So Michael Moore asks him. He goes, "If you could say anything to the kids, what would you say?" And he goes, "I wouldn't say anything. I would just listen to what they had to say because nobody did that." And I was like, "You're a terrible person, but you were a smart motherfucker." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one of those. It's like I'm glad I didn't get into Marilyn Manson because like or no, I'm glad I'm not getting into him now because then I don't have to continue to support his music.
Mhm.
Would I like him? Probably. Like Sweet Dreams is obviously great, but I'm not going to get into him now because I
Yeah.
don't want to support him after everything that's happening.
Fair.
Um, yeah, like if you like someone before and then stuff happens, I understand keep listening and stuff, but it's a little
It
different
goes
then.
for actors as well. I can think of
Yeah,
a few. I won't
yeah,
talk about it here, but I've talked about it before on the channel.
yes.
Yeah.
Certain one that was in a movie that was just released.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yep, that one.
He also stars in a movie with someone who I was kind of referring to called Baby Driver.
I hope people can. Yeah, it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's bad. Would it be cool if crossover between Dark Knight Trilogy and X-Men, Kingsman, and Michael Bay Transformers?
Oh my.
There's no Shia LaBeouf and Megan. If I wanted to stare at a garbage can, I would go outside.
How about we just take the Kingsman part out of that and everything else we kind of just throw away, and we just
Yeah.
have a Kingsman 3 with Taron Egerton and Colin Firth and everyone.
Yes.
That's what I want. That's what I want. That's all I need.
And Elton John.
Yeah, Elton John and someone else like crazy. Like Dennis Rodman from the Chicago Bulls. Like, just get some insane like figure from the media to just go in and have some crazy role.
It's just the Autobots teaming up with Batman, Wolverine, and Eggsy. They start giving the Autobots like the umbrella that could like spin and shoot. And oh my
if the
God.
action is shot in the Kingsman style, I'm down.
That church scene, my God, that is one of the best action scenes ever. Heading to
Were you laughing when you watched that scene a little bit? Like, it was kind of like funny to me because of how absurd it got.
How crazy it is.
Yes.
Yeah, when their heads are
started laughing. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
It's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Feels the same way as that. That's how I agree. Jason, heading to bed, have to be at 4 a.m. for work. God damn. Good luck with your sleep. Thanks for being here, Jason. Appreciate it a lot. And as
Get some rest, man.
As Jason leaves, AJ is here. What's going on, fellas? What did you think of The Last Duel? Chris, have you seen it?
AJ, what's good? First of all, The Last Duel I did see. I got to see it in theaters. I like it a lot, way more than House of Gucci. I think that it's brilliantly told and directed. Actually, like if you've seen the movie, when it comes to perspective changes, like it really does make you rethink the movie and kind of want to rewatch it. And there's some brutal sequences, especially the duel itself. However, Ridley Scott's tripping lately, man. Have you seen some of the stuff he said?
Oh,
Have you seen that interview of him where he's like, F you, buddy, F you. Yeah. I'm like, what?
He's unfortunately I haven't seen The Last Duel. I'm gonna watch it soon. It is part of my fault. That Chris Stuckman video where he talked about how it bombed. I didn't have time to see it in theaters, which I hate myself for it because I knew I would love it. I haven't seen House of Gucci either, but at this point, I'm not mad because of Ridley Scott going insane and freaking out and all these.
Yeah.
God, like he's like people sometimes complain about Tarantino because he can be like loud and stuff. Nothing compared to Ridley Scott recently, but Last Duel, I haven't seen it. I know I would love it though. Bradley Cooper of Licorice Pizza, that entire sequence is tense, laughter. Haven't seen it, so I don't know what you're talking about. Chris,
I know what you're talking about. Oh man.
Let's see. Asked Brandon this the other day in his live stream, but how do y'all feel about it sounds funny me saying that. How do y'all feel about the use of real life people in films where the film isn't historically accurate? Does it work better if it's a comedy, or does it ever fall flat for you? What do you think?
So, like, real life people in films where the film isn't historically accurate. So, does that mean, for example, like Inglourious Bastards, like, or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when they kind of there's like revisionist history? Is that what it's referring to in a sense?
Yeah, I'm trying to read it over again to figure out exactly what it means.
Real life people in films when the film isn't historically accurate. I think that's what it means, right?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say like using the real people.
Oh no,
like if they put like Brian May in Bohemian Rhapsody or something. Okay. If they do, I don't really mind because a lot of stuff I wouldn't know anyway. But when you talk about the Tarantino stuff, then that's good. When they change
perfect
stuff with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, especially in Inglourious Basterds, that scene, it's like the most satisfying thing besides Toy Story 2. And
damn
also,
right.
Speaking of that whole thing, this is something I won't talk about for long because a lot of people will leave as soon as I mention the name Shakespeare. But in class, we just finished Macbeth. I don't know if you've read or anything. We did it in an interesting way where we watched the 71 film by the person. I'm not going to say his name because he is an awful person, but the person who was married to Sharon Tate. That guy. And I like this. I like Macbeth a lot more than I expected. Merchant of Venice we did last year sucked so much. This one was pretty solid, although we did it in the way that we stopped after almost every single scene while reading along to understand what was going on, which was good and bad. I can't judge the movie, but the movie from 1971, like, there is some weird shit. And the fact we watched that in class, oh my God, the stuff with the witches. Whoa, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's one scene.
So I don't know what my AP lit teacher was on, but we read like the weirdest Shakespeare. We read Othello, which is like fine. It's fine. And then like I had to do like A Midsummer Night's Dream. Everyone does Romeo and Juliet freshman year, at least for me. And that's all I did for Shakespeare. I know Cam got to do Hamlet, and I was kind of like, I wish
Yeah.
I got to read that one,
I'm
but
I'm
yeah,
actually interested. Like I normally hate Shakespeare, but Hamlet interests me now that I like
yeah.
Macbeth. But this movie, like it's on the Criterion Collection. Like
Mm.
it's I suggest watching it. It can be weird. There's one line where a certain character gets stabbed and they're dying and they go, "He has killed me, mother." And I laughed so hard. And there are some very uncomfortable scenes, and maybe they're just more uncomfortable because we watched it in a classroom full where lots of people are naked. So
Yeah.
it's pretty weird, but I'm glad we watched that one. It was very violent, and while looking up, this is the reason I'm relating it to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hmm.
Full circle. The
Yep.
reason it was so violent is because I saw this like trivia thing. It said that the director, who was married to Sharon Tate, when they said like, "Why is it so violent?" He said, "If you think this is violent, you should have seen my house a year ago." It's like,
Yeah.
and there's one actress who was playing, who was just like this. It's in the apparition scene in it, and there's no shit. It's during a massacre scene, and one of them is a young girl who is blonde, and she has to play dead. The actress's name was Sharon.
Ooh.
That's not good. That's when like I read that, I was like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
honestly, as much as like Shakespeare can be boring, I recommend that movie. It's long, but it's like 220, so it's a lot shorter than some of
Yeah.
them. Because the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet is 4 hours and like 6 minutes or
Oh my
something.
God.
It's the whole thing. Anyway, getting off Shakespeare. Clint Eastwood, 15 to Paris. I have not seen that, but yeah, I heard about it.
Oh yeah, I heard that it was trash.
Yeah.
I don't like, and kind of answering Sasha's question, this is like the real life people from the incident were like cast in the film, and I don't really vibe with that. I don't think
No.
that's a thing that should happen. That'd be like if, you know, like someone played themselves in a biopic. Like if I don't even know, like if Elton John played himself in Rocket Man and they just like they did CGI to make him look younger. Like that's not
Yeah,
that's weird in my opinion. That's weird.
that would be weird. Like
Yeah.
if they're making a biopic of someone who's 25 years old, if they would ever do that, and it's like them younger, it's like cool. But
Yeah.
if they went, "Hey, Dave Grohl, you play yourself in Nirvana and then Foo Fighters," like
Yeah.
what? What? That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Luke, this is a good question. I think we have the same answer. Best series you've seen this year? Like if you're talking new release, I think we have the same answer.
Okay, so I am struggling here, but I say Invincible's up there. Invincible's up there
That's mine.
for sure.
That's mine. I'm trying to think of what I watch. I've seen all the Marvel shows.
Squid
Invincible.
Game's pretty fire.
I need to watch Squid Game. Fuck, I still haven't seen it. I'm so mad at myself.
It's really good.
But it's good. Although the best show I've watched this year, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it is like one of the top 5 shows. It's my favorite animated show. This show, 26 episodes. The amount of storytelling they could do in 20-minute episodes is crazy. At episode 5, it's a film noir story in like 22 minutes. It is so good. And the finale really hits you. It's even if you don't like anime, like you can watch this. It's widely known that the English dub is better. And this says enough. I was halfway through the show and I saw this out there and I picked it up. So
very interesting.
It's on a Netflix, I think, or at least it is here, but I assume it is also there because they just had the Netflix one, which got canceled after one season because everybody hated it. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's I've been meaning to watch it, but I haven't.
I don't see myself watching it ever. If I'm being like just blunt with you, I don't know. The anime thing, I don't know. I would like to like even for Star Wars Visions, and I am a massive Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it.
Really? Really? You don't have to look behind you.
Yeah, really. Oh. Yeah, but to kind of bounce off what you were saying about past series, Star Wars Rebels, I watched for the first time ever back in the beginning of the year. I think I started it.
That was the beginning of the year.
Oh my god. February. This year's flown by. But I love that series, and it's up there for like one of my favorite series of all time, actually. So
really nice. I watched that when it originally aired on TV, and not the biggest fan of that, but that's probably
That's
'cause I
fine,
was
yeah.
I was younger. I didn't
Mhm.
really care. Also, I
It's
just realized this. I have Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. He's the villain. He is
interesting.
one of the coolest villains ever. But I understand that. Even Stuckman, it's Stuckman's like favorite show ever, which I
Cowboy
think
Bebop?
yeah,
Or oh, okay.
Cowboy Bebop. That's why not Rebels.
I was like, I didn't know that,
Yeah,
Rebels.
because I that's how I found out about it, because he talked about it a while
Mhm.
ago and I watched it. I reviewed it. I won't go on about how great it is. Temporary Stranger says, "Great discussion, guys. You're both knowledgeable, uh, charismatic. There's that word, and very articulate. Very enjoyed listening to you talk. Do this again. Will do. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun."
I love the collab with my man Ewan.
Yeah. Yes, Chris is definitely the best one out here. What movie hero do you find underrated? Tarrant Egerton as Eggsy is pretty underrated. It's not as good as Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Christian Bale's Bane. You really like Wolverine, I can tell from your profile
Oh yeah.
picture, but I mean, it's understandably so. He's one of the best.
Mhm.
Terminator, but he's pretty good. I agree. He's definitely one of the best.
The View with Drew. Yeah, always ask the Wolverine questions. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, I love Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm a massive supporter of the original X-Men movies. The first two especially. I love the first two. Last Stand is fun. Origins of Wolverine is one of the worst movies.
God almighty. It's so bad.
So bad. But
you know what's funny about that movie, dude? Is
What?
I watched it. I bought the DVD at Walmart. I was at my grandpa's house. This was like 2010. Or it was like not long after it came out. I bought it, and I thought it was so sick because I didn't know better, and I was like, oh my god, Wolverine. I just wanted to be different, I think, and like say I liked it. I haven't had to rewatch the movie to know how bad it is now. I have seen clips from it, and I just know it. Not only it messes with the actual X-Men continuity. I don't know if you've seen all the movies, right? For X-Men,
oh yeah,
destroys the continuity with Stryker like that.
Yeah.
That's just god awful.
Yeah. I realize I haven't seen New Mutants. Is that what it's called? I haven't seen that
one.
one.
Oh, New Mutants sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one doesn't really count because it took like 5 years to make somehow.
Yeah, garbage.
But X-Men Original's great. 2 is even better. Last Stand is fine. Origin sucks.
First Class.
First Class is fucking phenomenal.
It's really good. I need to rewatch it, but it's good.
Phenomenal. Days of Future Past, phenomenal.
Oh god, it's so
possibly the best one. Apocalypse isn't too bad.
I actually like that one in theaters, but I haven't seen it since then.
I haven't seen it since 2016. It was
fun
fact. Saying this on a live, whatever. This was 5 years ago. First ever movie I pirated, watched.
Ooh, you're going to prison. You're going to prison.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're done.
Oh no! Oh no! Because everybody has attached for it. It's the first movie I watched when we got like the streaming thing. And it didn't work for long, and it had like subtitles on the bottom. I don't know what they were, but and then what is it?
I haven't seen Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix sucks. Oh my god, it sucks.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Greatest line of all time. It's Jennifer Lawrence comes in and says to James McAvoy something along. Actually, I'm gonna look it up because it's.
Oh, is that the F-bomb?
No. There's Dark Phoenix. X. I don't want to mess up the line, but it's a pretty funny line. People are going to call me sexist. I'm obviously not. This line is, everybody talks about it. Holy shit. Come on. Okay, Reddit. Let's see if Reddit has it. If anything, Reddit will have it. Oh, is this just the clip of it? I think this is. It's funny. Okay, here it is. I will play this for everybody.
Alrighty.
It's and this isn't Jennifer Lawrence. This is just the writing. Jennifer Lawrence is amazing.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something.
Playing the same thing
Why is it just playing? God damn it. That's not it. That's not the worst line. It's the line that comes right after that. What the fuck? Okay, here. I'm gonna go. You talk for 30 seconds. I'm gonna go find the moment.
Okay. So we didn't talk about the other X-Men movies, which would be the Wolverine films. Origins Wolverine, garbage. The Wolverine, I saw that movie in theaters, and I almost had like a heat stroke in the middle of the theater. Like I got up and walked out. I was like, I need water desperately. So I went and I got a butter cup and I filled it up with water from a garbage water fountain. It was lukewarm, tasted like sewage in a way. Hopefully it doesn't have a long-term effect on me. But right, that happened. And I saw the movie. It was meh. Logan, badass. Got to rewatch it. I've seen it twice in my life, which is crazy. Once in theaters, got the extended cut on Blu-ray with the slipcover. Still have it on the shelf. Shout out Cam. I think that was back in 2017, the movie came out. So it would have been probably late summer when it got its Blu-ray release. And got that. So I own that. I got to rewatch it. And then you get into the Deadpool movies. Both of them are really good. Deadpool 2 gets so much hate. Deadpool 2 gets so much hate. I don't get it. It's damn near just as fun, if not more funny than funnier. Sorry, I sound stupid. It's funnier than the first one.
Deadpool, the first one, is my favorite Marvel of all. My favorite Marvel one. That or Civil War. Deadpool 2 is solid. Logan is one of the best ones. What else? So the Wolverine I like a lot more. I found the clip. It took me a while.
Let's do this thing.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to X-Women.
I have never seen that in my life, and
Really?
that was pretty cringe.
Yeah, like it's one of those. Or it's like
it was the yeah.
Like, you know what? That having two guys talk about stuff to do with women, always a risky topic, but I'm going to say this. That scene in Infinity War where it's subtle and all the women walk together is one of the best scenes in it, where they kick ass and then all of them walking together. A lot better than the Endgame one, I think, but that's how you do it, like with anything.
That was too on the nose. That's it. It was just too on the nose.
Like
that moment or that line right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The director of Macbeth 1971 is a sick person. Yes, they are. Because when I reviewed their other movie, Chinatown, I didn't even say their name in it. Because I mean, that's probably too much. But still,
we'll talk about it after. But I might need a history lesson. We'll say that. We'll talk about. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. They directed Rosemary's Baby, right? And but I just don't really know
You don't know what they did?
I know the person was banned from the United States, right?
Possibly.
I think maybe. Or they're like a criminal or something, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, I'll tell you after, just because some of the stuff I'll say won't be. I don't know about that. Yeah. Luke says he wasn't a fan of Squid Game. Luke and I have a video coming soon, and we had a day planned, and like. I just stupid and forgot, and I guess we both kind of forgot. We're talking about Linkin Park's hybrid theory, and we'll be talking about it soon. We just need to plan a day where it works. But that video will be coming soon for people who are watching this, because that is definitely check out Gundam and Gundam Wing if you haven't seen those yet. Let me look that up. Do you know what that is, Chris?
I do not.
Gundam. Oh my god, Gundam. Oh, it's an anime. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen that. I've only seen the Studio Ghibli ones and then Cowboy Bebop. Abby is here. Abby Vlogs.
Abby,
what's up? Abby. Always in the Twitch streams, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes, a moderator for me actually.
Yeah. Yes. I was gonna say join the club because I've never seen Squid Game either. Yeah, exactly. It just came out when I guess I just missed it. I don't know. And then people kept going, watch it and review it. Your video will get so many views. And I'm like, it's been a month. Nobody's going to watch it. Nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah. Going off what Luke said, I know he said he wasn't a fan of it. I can see why, because I didn't really love the ending. Actually, the ending doesn't ruin it for me, but it's like, that's the ending. I mean, the journey was way better than where we actually ended. That's what I'll say.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the best, or who do you think is better?
We both did the same thing at the same time.
Fuck, I don't know. When I say my rankings, I typically put Scorsese over, but my first favorite director was Spielberg, and when I think of whose movies I've seen more of, it's Spielberg.
I think
my answer is or.
Okay. I think Spielberg is far and away the better director, and I'll tell you why. It's because we've seen him do a variety of genres, and he can do it all. I mean, Schindler's List is like this really emotional, intense drama. He made the best war movie of all time. He made the
Best movie of all
quintessential.
time.
He made yeah, that's what many would say, right? It didn't win Best Picture somehow.
Shakespeare in
Crazy.
Love.
Yeah, he just made West Side Story, a fantastic musical that's grown on me since I've seen it.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can, but Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws. I mean, he's created like a horror genre.
Jurassic
E.T.,
Park.
Jurassic
E.T..
Park. He's revolutionized filmmaking in a way Scorsese hasn't.
That's
Scorsese does not the same movie every time, but aside from like his very dark, like character study 70s films like Mean Streets and Taxi Driver, and Raging Bull was 1980. I haven't seen that one.
Really?
But yeah, I know.
It's amazing. You gotta watch it.
I've heard great things.
You'll love it.
A lot of his movies are mob epics. A lot of them are just epic, like 3-hour movies about like people doing drugs and getting in mafia stuff. So like, I just I love him. I love The Departed. I love Goodfellas. But I think Spielberg is the better director. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say like people always get mad when they make the argument that Scorsese makes the same movies, and I can see why, because he always doesn't. You know, he's had Shutter Island and he's had some other ones, but when you talk about variety, it's going to go to Spielberg. I don't think I've heard of this. Have you heard of this show?
That's the show with Haley Steinfeld, actually.
Oh, on Apple TV. Oh, okay,
yes.
She had the other episode come out right after Hawkeye. I remember seeing that. Alex finished Squid Game in 2 days. Wow.
I did too, actually. I think I watched it in 2 days. Yeah.
Nice. And okay, we got an approval. It's okay. We're in the clear. We're in the clear, and the king is here. Max talks movies.
Max is the undisputed GOAT of YouTube, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Alex, gotta go now. You have a great night, and good luck on avoiding No Way Home spoilers. Can't wait for your reviews on it. Thursday night. Nice. Obviously, same for you. I'm with you, Abby. Girls don't want to pay to watch a movie that pretends it's feminist by having female characters say the men of the world are trash. No women were involved. Double. We're good. We're both covered. No, I mean, that wasn't, we're covering whatever. Will you, Kyle and Toby just show up?
Yes. I'm honestly rewatching the movies. I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, I get these fantasy, like these daydream sequences in my head that I'm borderline insane. No, I'm just kidding. Do you know that I'm utterly insane? No, if you know, that's probably a real one. But I have already played out the scenario in my head multiple times, like the moment in the movie. And this is, I hope, making amends for my lack of a theatrical experience for Endgame, because the theater was dead when I saw it on a Friday at 1:15. And this is like 4:30 p.m. Eastern, sold out IMAX theater the day it comes out. Like, people are going to show up and show out. And I had this vision where like we see like them come through, and I don't care when, but it's like, assuming it's an action scene, and the shot of Tom in the rain where he's bloodied is like going down. He's lost Happy. He's lost maybe Aunt May, Ned, or MJ, one of those. And the man is like, all of the not Sinister Six, but the villains are lined up against him. And then like you just hear the portal noise, and then they swing through. And then the music cues there, and it's a blend of both. I'm getting chills right now. It's a blend of both the Raimi music and the Tasm music, and they say something, and then there's a shot of them going. And I don't want to knock my Funko Pops over, but I literally, everyone in the theater goes, yeah! And they just get up and scream, let's go! And then it's like just cheering. You can't even hear the movie. And then they just start kicking ass, and like my heart rate.
Somebody punches Lizard in the face.
Oh yeah, someone would. Yeah, a little drop kick, and then
I made this when you referenced this. I just wrote this really quickly.
Dude, I like this is either, I was talking about this with Trevor. You know Trevor, gotta love Film Geeks. Today, actually, how it's either going to be the most disappointing movie of the year, or like just the most badass epic movie of the year. There's no in between.
I mean, one of my good like work friends, kind of, we talk about Marvel and stuff like that. We were talking about it last night. He goes, what if he's like, yeah, and they're still not in the movie. It's 50-50. And I was like, it's a
100 in my opinion.
It's 98-2.
Yeah.
And the 2% is for them going, fuck you. They're in the end credit scene.
Yeah.
But they're in the movie. Like,
they're in the movie.
They're in the movie. Come on.
And honestly, think about this. People are watching the movie right now. That scares me. People are watching it in Los Angeles.
I don't like
right now.
that. I don't like
No,
that.
That gives me anxiety, man. That gives me anxiety.
That's
I'm
not,
like, people know what happens, and it could be out there somewhere in the world.
Some asshole could just go to their Twitter and ruin it, and somebody definitely did.
Someone definitely probably did, just like they spoiled the Eternals post-credit scene of a legitimate, like source, like one of the fucking, what are they called? I'm blanking on what they're called. The trades. I'm pretty sure it was one of the trades. They said like, my biggest takeaway from Eternals is this person is in the MCU now. I'm like, you can't do that.
Do you think we can talk about who the person is now?
Yeah, Marvel posted about it. Yeah.
Okay. They have. And people, if you haven't seen Eternals and you want to go into it, it's not a big deal. We talking about the best member of One Direction. I know I watched your podcast where you had that discussion. Harry Styles is the best one. No, it's Harry.
I'm a Niall girl. And I'm proud. I'm proud of it.
Well, considering
Harry's just got the juice. Something about him. He's the man. I love them all. I don't care.
Yeah.
Zayn, we could talk
Zayn
about
is shit. That's a fact.
I feel bad for him at the same time, but I mean, he's done some shitty things.
Yeah, that's why I don't care for him. Because here's the thing. I'm wearing a fucking Motley Crue shirt. I love heavy fucking bands like Slipknot and stuff like that. But I will listen to Harry Styles. When 2017, when his album came out, I watched the Apple Music documentary about it. I haven't even listened to Fully Fine Line, but some of those songs, Falling, absolutely.
Oh my
banger.
God, Fine Line. I've been listening to it on a loop since I saw him. The album.
Really?
I like it better than his self-titled album.
Really? I like, from what I've heard, the self-titled one more, but it's close. Kiwi.
Have you heard?
Kiwi is great.
Do you know the songs you've heard from Fine Line? Like, could you?
Watermelon Sugar. That one I don't even like.
It's overplayed, you know.
It is. That's really the only issue. Adore You is great. Falling is great. Cherry, I'm learning on guitar because it's one of my lady friends' favorites because she is just as obsessed with Harry Styles as Cam is. So I told, actually, when we were talking earlier and I said I was going to do this live, I was like, I'm going to go to Cam's account and find like the Harry Styles wall she has and show her because she would love it. But so Cherry, I've heard. What else is on that?
Have you heard Sunflower Volume 6? It's like Sunflower. That one slaps. Canyon Moon slaps.
Canyon Moon, I
Treat
have
people
heard.
with kindness. Slaps.
I have heard that one.
The whole thing's a banger.
Golden, I've heard. I remember Golden was good.
Oh my God, he opened the show with that one. We saw.
Really?
It was sick.
Yeah. When I look at like, there's some of my recent ones. This album, it's a pop album. Do I love everything on it? No. I remember when I first heard Sign of the Times, I was like, this is so good. Yeah. It's the vocals. The vocals are
Dude,
so good.
One Direction honestly slaps. I will not tolerate One Direction hate in my life. I even liked them like in middle school openly. Like What Makes You Beautiful. Like I was singing that. I don't care. 6th grade.
I know all the words to them. The one song I will say, I'm not big on them, but the one song I will say, fucking banger, Drag Me Down. Oh my God, that song is so good. Yeah. When they have all the effects. Just looking at this album, Carolina, I remember being Two Ghosts. I learned on guitar, and that's my most recent TikTok. It was me playing that. Sweet Creature, that one.
I love that one.
That one's one of my favorites. I'm trying to learn that on guitar. That one's fucking difficult. Oh my God. Did I ever expect a Harry Styles song? Because it's all finger picking. That one's difficult. Only Angel, I don't remember. Kiwi.
My favorite Only Angel is a banger. I listened to it after the stream.
I listened to it recently because it was in my search. Woo-hoo! Kiwi is my favorite one. Yeah. I remember I talked to you after you saw the show and I was like, what's that song? She Walked Away. Yeah. That was the first song I learned from him on guitar just because it's power chords. It's so easy, but it sounds so good. It's so fun. Yeah. Ever since New York, I don't remember woman. Na, 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 na. I remember that one. And From the Other Side. We just talked about Harry Styles for a while there.
We did. Cam would be proud.
Cam would be proud and Ava would be proud. So there we go. I'll just send her the timestamp. I'll be like, you can listen to us talk. Yeah. So the songs are fun to play though. Like what the fuck is Two Ghosts? That one's good. That's a good song. That's a good love song.
Dude. Music wise, like I don't know about you, I'm sure you have, but I have not been able to stop listening to the Tick Tick Boom soundtrack.
I wish I have. But I wish there are so many great songs, and I see the clips a lot, although I haven't listened
You
to
love
as
the
much
movie,
of it.
right? I think you
Oh,
loved it.
I fucking loved it. It's
Yeah.
one of the best. Top 5 of the year. Top 5, top 10. Definitely.
I'm gonna give some insider info to everyone in here. It's my favorite movie of the year.
Ooh.
It has been since I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta wait for my end of the year video. But like,
Oh, yeah. Let me
if
see
you're in
what
here now, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought yours was the Suicide Squad because I know it used
It
to
was.
be.
It's
And then
fun.
it,
Well, it was
and then
that.
it was
Then it was
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yep.
And then I need to talk about Last Night in Soho because I really, really, really liked it at the time, but I have really mixed thoughts on it now. And I was just like in a mood after I was like, oh hell yeah, that was the best thing ever. But like I came down from Cloud 9 and I need to probably make a video about that because I still really like the movie, but it's highly flawed at times too. And
I love it. Yeah. It's a 4.5 out of 5. For those wondering,
accurate. Yeah.
My top 2 movies are kind of tied for my favorite. Last Night in Soho, Quiet Place Part 2.
Ooh.
I love it so much. There's a lot of really great ones. I'm not going to say the other ones. I'll tell you after, Chris. I'll tell you what mine is, but I'm not going to reveal it to everybody. Sasha is also watching Dickinson. Abby says, I think I just finished episode 4. Season 1 is really good. Season 2 is even better. You can believe it. They're talking about it here. I'm seeing Spider-Man Thursday at 3 p.m. So if I flip out, no, 3 p.m. Lucky. I'm seeing it at like 7 or something later. It's sad.
I'm basically going to be like on the brink of, I don't know, like I'll look like a drug addict before, like that when I wake up that morning. I'll be so antsy. Yeah, I'll be like tweaking out, man. Like I'm nervous.
Daredevil, I haven't seen it. Somebody in the chat could. Sasha said Niall is the best. Well, if he was the best, then you would spell his name properly.
Ooh, burn. Niall supremacy.
Actually, I had a Christmas party a little bit ago for work, and my store manager, he normally has fun, we'll say, and he wasn't so much this year, but he's like, I'll dance if Slow Hands comes on. That's a song.
Great song.
So we put that on, and he what is that noise at the start of the song? Whoa. I'm always wondering. Yeah. I remember I've known what it is. Never a big Harry One Direction fan, but I sing Olivia Rodrigo. What are your thoughts on Olivia Rodrigo? Because I'll save mine for after.
Is it like a hot topic to talk about her? I think it might be actually. I don't know.
It depends on who you're talking about with. I just want to know what your thoughts on her because I have strong feelings.
Yeah, I'm very like removed from her. I don't really know even who she is that well. I've heard like "Good for You" that song, but I've heard that there was like some drama, and I'm not the most familiar with it, so I don't really talk about it. But I feel like I've heard that she possibly profited off of, I don't know,
Paramore. Yes, she did. She profited. What's the song? It's Good for You. I think it's Paramore. It's Not All I Wanted. What's the other one? Fuck. You're right though, and she did, and then it took her forever to give credit for it. Paramore. Still Into You. No, fuck, that's not it. I don't remember which one it is. Still Into You is their biggest song. I don't remember which one, but it is one of them. And when they compared it, yeah. My opinion, I can't stand her. She has a fantastic voice. She has such good voice. I always say the same thing. Fantastic voice. I hate her lyrics so much because I don't know what she's going to do from now on because she had Sour and very good. But what's she gonna? She wrote about a breakup in almost all the songs. What's she gonna do from now on?
Fair.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure she was in High School Musical, the show, High School Musical, the musical or whatever. And I think there was some drama with Sabrina Carpenter. Driver's License. Oh, fucking God, I hate that song. I hate it.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't listen to current music, so I don't even really. I to this day, I would only know Driver's License if someone played it, but I couldn't tell you what it sounded like. I don't listen to the radio. I just listen to like my music on Spotify.
Yeah,
so.
There's very few bands I listen to modern. Greta Van Fleet is the main one because they are the best modern rock band ever. They're so good. Oh my god, I love Greta Van Fleet. Battle at Gardens Gate, best album of 2021. As much as I love Not Making a Fire, that's one of the songs. Holy shit. Medicine at Midnight, that's what it's called. Foo Fighters, that one's great. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish, great.
I listened to that Foo Fighters album. Shout out to you for getting me on that one.
I remember when you texted me. That one I love. I love so much.
I like it. I like it.
I really do. Waiting on a War is one of my favorite songs of the year.
Yeah.
For those who have listened to it, that one is easily my favorite one.
That's like the only one from that album that I put on my rock playlist.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that one's really great. I like them all. There are weaker ones.
Yes.
And I don't even love Shame Shame, which is like the first single.
Yeah,
that was one of
crazy.
the weakest ones. Even my dad said and he likes Foo Fighters. What else is there? There's Saskadelphia, which was an EP from the Tragically Hip, who is the best Canadian band of all time, in my opinion. But it was their recordings from 91 because the lead singer, Gord Downey, passed away in 2017. They had their last show in 2016. So you hear young Gord, and it's great. We just gotta catch up a little bit. Sasha's jealous. Falling gets me every time. See? Yeah, Harry Styles, yep. I'm so excited. My dad waited an hour. I mean, it's good that you're going because I feel like she'll sound good live, and if you like her lyrics, then you'll do that. It's amazing. Dad of the Year. As I'm currently staring at my last night's Soho poster. Yeah, my top 3. Another round. Was that this year or was that 2020?
I'm not sure. I think it could have come out like early this year and still been a contender at the Oscars though, because that's how it worked. Like Judas and the Black Messiah was this year, but it was February, so it could be like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I always
this year has felt like 2. Now that I think about it,
it does.
Yeah.
Do you know the typos?
The typos.
I didn't see a typo.
For Niall.
Oh
Yeah,
yes. I'm rushing out of school on Thursday since I've done 2:15. Smart. Daredevil. Okay, here's an explanation from Luke. Daredevil, Matt Murdock loses eyesight as a child. As he grows older and trains, his other senses are heightened. He's a lawyer by day and a vigilante by night, protecting Hell's Kitchen. Boom. Now you all know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce something about that show with regard to my girlfriend. I'm just going to say it and hope no one tells her I told you, but she watched all of it and it was supposed to be a big deal. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but Cam watched all of Daredevil. She was going to surprise someone, but I think she did. So the cat's out of the bag, whatever.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, you got to watch it. And like, when someone says that to me enough about a show, I'm kind of like, I don't want to watch it now. I just want to watch it on my own. And with me rewatching Spider-Man and, No Way Home coming out this week, and I'm actually graduating college very, very soon in the next few days. That all is kind of pressure where I don't really feel comfortable watching Daredevil, even though I'm aware there's a high chance he's going to show up in No Way Home, and there's a high chance Kingpin's going to show up in Hawkeye.
Yeah,
I'll be like, oh, that's dope, but I won't be like, I won't have as much of an attachment to it, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well, you'll know, and that's really all. Yeah, I agree. I've heard it's great. Just recently started watching the Netflix Daredevil series. I've heard it's really good. Who do y'all think is the best casted villain? Can't pick Heath Ledger's Joker to make this more difficult. No, Ralph Fiennes is Voldemort, probably.
I would say.
Who else is there?
The best cast villain. If I'm being honest with you, I think there's a few that I could say, and one of them might just be the antagonist of No Country for Old Men, Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh. That's a great one, but I can't say like Vader because like James Earl Jones does the voice and like that's iconic, but it's not the best. Personal.
I'm also gonna
Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin. Personal.
Yeah. He's so good. Somewhat of a scientist myself. I'm gonna also
when he yells that in the second one.
Mirror. Yeah. I love Alan Rickman as, I would say Snape, but Hans.
Oh yeah, Hans Gruber.
Oh my Gruber.
Yeah,
there we go. Die Hard. That's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Could we count Christian Bale in American Psycho? I don't know, but I would say no, but I just, while looking at it.
Ooh, what about Anthony Perkins in Psycho?
Yes, you are correct. Let's see.
What about Christoph Waltz as Hans Landa?
Fuck yes, that's one of the best performances ever.
Dude, I want to make a video about this. The run of Best Supporting Actor wins from like 2007 to like 2015 was insane. There's some misses in there, but like you had, I think the 3-year stretch of Christoph Waltz for Django. I forget the 2013 one off the top of my head, but then you had J.K. for Whiplash, and then I think there's so many.
J.K. Simmons, we could say.
J.K. Simmons, yeah,
There
exactly. So,
that's
which, by the way, I think the best comic book movie casting of all time is him as J. Jonah.
It is. That's what I said. It is the greatest
Undisputed.
cast. Actually, I take back my Forrest Gump one. J. Jonah Jameson.
No,
Like
yes.
my serious answer to that is J.
No,
Jonah Jameson.
yes.
He is
God, he's so funny.
perfect. Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter.
Oh
correct.
my God, that movie,
Correct.
yeah, that's probably actually the best villain.
That's one of them. Rewatched some Harry Potter clips today. Remember how creepy he was about Ralph Fiennes. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I'm a little biased.
And Ralph Fiennes is actually a damn good villain in Schindler's List as Amon Gulf. I think his name
the
is.
fucking creepiest
Scary.
guy ever. Oh my God. Actually just covering this. She mentioned it in a Twitch stream, so you're in the clear, Chris.
Hallelujah.
The one scene that shows how evil he was. I've seen the movie multiple times. I watched it again this year. One of the only movies I've cried to, and that's after I'd seen it.
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Man, it's a gut punch.
It's like top 10 best. Not one of my favorites, but best movies ever.
I agree completely. I think honestly, I said this after I watched it. It's the best directed Spielberg movie, and he's never going to top it. It's a perfect movie
because
it's
of how
just
real
not
it
my
is.
favorite movie. Because
like
it's
but
draining.
the one scene, I'm gonna try to say this without spoiling it. I mean, it's just a really spoiler for one scene, but it's after Ralph Fiennes' character and Liam Neeson's character, there we go, have a conversation about like good and evil, and that's why we watched it in class. And then Amon Gulf, whatever his name is, he comes in and he notices the boy with like the saddle, and he's freaking out, whatever. And then he goes upstairs to the boy who's trying to clean the stains off, and he lets him go, and he looks at himself in the mirror. He touches the mirror, notices there's some dirt on it, and then you hear gunshots, and psh, psh. That scene shows how evil he is. Oh, we got some bots in here. That's amazing. I always get those in my comments, but yeah, that scene gets me. The whole thing. The best scene in the movie, though, is I could have sold more. This ring, I could have got. I can't even.
I think that's the best. I'm pretty sure I'd put money on it. That's John Williams who scored it, and I think it's his.
Yep,
might be his masterpiece. To quote Inglourious Bastards,
I think this might just be my
It's like the theme from the movie that plays during that scene when Liam Neeson's breaking down. Like I've seen the movie once. I'm not 100% like I don't remember every detail of it because it's been since the beginning of 2019 technically. So coming up on like 3 years.
Shit,
but,
I watched it before you. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I watched it in
2018.
2018.
I was late to the party. Yeah.
Wow.
So happy I watched it. Though. I'll watch it again, maybe 1 or 2 more times in my life. It's just not one I want to watch all the time.
Oh yeah, because then you'll feel miserable for a week after.
Yeah,
I watched it again I watched it summer of 2018, and then watched it again this year on 4K. One of the best looking movies ever, too, by the way. But going away from that, I think that we'll go for probably 2 or 3 more minutes, just because it's 11:24. I just realized. Favorite scene in Hawkeye so far? Part of the warehouse, the car chase right after. Yeah. I'll let you go. I think the coolest thing to happen in Hawkeye, as in like the action, is when they throw a Molotov cocktail in the building. Hawkeye catches it and chucks it back. I talk about that all the time. Probably the bridge chase sequence. That one's got to be, or the ending of 4.
That's my favorite. Is the rooftop scene, the rooftop fight scene. That's my favorite. Actually, I lied. That's my second favorite. My favorite is the scene between Kate and Clint, and when they're talking about what's the best shot you ever took. It's the one I didn't take.
That
line is so damn good.
That whole scene, yeah. God, didn't even think of that. There's
Yeah.
so many. Luke S. Wow. Okay. Voice incorrect there. Luke asked this. Chris, you may answer first.
Oh, plans for after college. I am not 100% sure of that still, but I'm going to be doing something, working a job of sorts while I still work on like growing YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and everything. But it's uncertain, honestly, and it's kind of freaky, and I'm been putting it off for so long, but it's like finally about to hit me like a brick wall. The real world is here, so it's kind of scary.
Yeah, it'll be worth it though. Trust me,
Yeah.
I cannot wait for all of that. I hope I get into the business of film and all of that, unless something. So here's the thing: a lot of people with their channels talk about how Stuckman says this a lot. They don't feel fully satisfied talking about movies. They want to make them, and for me, I'd say that's mostly true. But if for some reason, because I am younger than Chris, for those who don't know, some people don't know. I don't know what just happened there. I feel like if something great things happen within the next few years, and that would be pretty cool. But if anything, if I could choose to do anything, I would like to make movies. And even if stuff goes well, I still want to attempt to direct movies and stuff. Just kind of the final things. Hawkeye might be Abby's favorite show.
It's a great pick.
It's Falcon Winter Soldier is still mine. It probably will be mine. Or to Hawkeye 2. That's awesome. Exciting movement. Congrats on graduating. Yes, everybody congratulate Chris for graduating.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. That's awesome. I'll just leave it up for another minute. If anybody has any final questions, it is getting later now. We've been on for nearly 2 hours. Holy
time flies, man.
Wow, that is jeez. It felt like 30 minutes ago when I was struggling to send you the link to get on
here.
Exactly.
It's crazy times.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll just kind of wait for anything, but I keep getting all these fucking DMs from people from TikTok. It's
what
not
do they
like
say?
they all just like, oh my god, hi, I saw your TikTok, and I'm like, hey, and that's it.
Weird.
Like some of them I've been good and like I'll talk to them, but others when they just tell me, hey, I saw your TikTok, it's cool. I'm like, thanks.
Dope.
I don't know what else to say to that. But it says congratulations, Chris. Have a good night. You too. Thank you to everyone who joined. I think it was Jason and Alex or Fritzky for the super chats. Of course, as always, once this thing is done, I didn't have time to write a description, but Chris's stuff will be down in the description. Of course, if you're not subscribed, stupid move right there. Go subscribe. I don't even know what you're close to at this point, but it's a high number. So make sure to do that. Once again, congrats on almost. Wow. What's the word? Graduating?
Yes. I'm actually graduating on Friday, so the day No Way Home fully releases. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like the perfect thing with like No Way Home, you and Cam, graduation, boom.
It's nuts.
It all works. But once again, thank you everyone to join. See you guys next time. Over and out.